exhausting your energy. We're here.
Make Adi jealous. Keep that in mind. We want to make Adi jealous.
Right. You gotta do everything. So, anyways. I am thoroughly exhausted.
Why? It's morning time. It's wake up time, man.
It's something took my prana away. Where'd my prana go? Maybe it was from the alcoholic drink that they secretly fed me.
You were drugged.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't want to be a single player anymore. Why are you trying to be a teacher and not a hermit? The loss of forest, habitat, wildlife, recently to survive. Yeah. We need like a tsunami to come and take 50% of the road stuff. But we gotta change the way. Whatever we're doing is too much. We're creating too much. We need more nature. We need more organic things. Holy Spirit donated one body. You wonder why you don't get enough feedback. I get a lot of feedback and full of questions and comments. Why does she the one point that she loves you something? Not all of it, some small facts but good thing to do. Is organic farming a good thing? Yes. Farming in general is a good thing. Yes, farming is a good thing. I want to go eat a bun. A roux or a roux. I gotta like get to eat that. One of these to give me food yet. Am I going for food? Maybe my wife? Maybe my wife. You really do need to eat more healthy. Yes, I need to eat something like fruit, vegetables, nuts, grains, I do. That's my diet. So I confuse animals and kind of the nature to go to one of these animals. I would keep the animals off my field. Con the Gary, no, you know, yeah, obvious diet. You really need to, yeah, organic farming is quite things. Yeah, we really screwed the food. But the soil is still treated as a food. It is no longer potent to affect the humans like food. So we gotta change our way of expecting. How do you guys stimulate the ground to operate? Read the question slowly next time. Keep messing it up. Still in the words to take your feedback. They're too expensive. Donate to food or your alcohol, you can send money to I don't drink alcohol. Only food. That explains a lot. Nice. Read the question slowly. Alright, well. Now to you. Let's see what it's say. We are creating problems by trying to solve problems. Yeah. We have not had enough winter to kill off the mosquito leaves. Oh. If the winter comes and kills all the mosquitoes, then where do the mosquitoes come from? Are you and Joshua going to eat a meal together? Yeah, for the live we see a purpose point of suffering. No, there's no point of suffering except suffering itself. So don't suffer. So happy. You just started to do this drinking and now you're no, somebody I came to drop them off house, okay? And the accommodations were here so good that they were presenting you food and offering you drinks. And then some drink was being given. I'm like, oh, what is it? Oh, it's kombucha. I'm like, oh, I like kombucha. I started drinking it, and then I felt like fuzzy. Oh, what's going on here? So I guess kombucha is alcoholic. But that's not my drink. Maybe staying your lane. We're all staying in the lane that I want. Wow.
They said you're the Jewish Mr. Beast, Shiva.
Whatever I just did, I got us to nine viewers.
Okay.
So, I don't know if it's because I'm special or I just sucked all the energy.
Wait a minute.
Oh, what?
Wow. I got a delivery. I
Okay.
need to be ready for.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he's going fast, light years. TikTok. Put us both in the frame, I'll get more views. Oh yeah. What happened to the what happened to the natives of America and the native language? Who exterminated all the natives? America, fuck yeah. Time to save the motherfucking world, yeah, America. Fuck yeah.
Dr. Rob's Cash App is Monk Life 93. Monk Life 93.
Ah. Send a donation. Right there.
Okay, Kirtania says pseudo-Buddhism versus pseudo-Shaivanism. Donate.
Fight. I think it's time to go eat some food. Live to work, work to live. Is there any nice place to eat a vegan meal here?
I'm sure there is, but I just have to wait for my delivery.
Okay. You can pop out the chat so you don't have to look at all that. Click on the three buttons on top of the chat.
You can address me as Dr. Rob. Trump, Donald, Shiva's red nose is red like Rudolph. Look at all the comments. Look at all the fun that's happening here. Look how fun it is to donate. Who here's having fun? Put W's in the chat, everybody. Who's here is having fun? W's in the chat, everybody. Who's here having fun? $200 for a shout out, not $20. Cheap bastard.
Are you a real doctor? If you want to call in on Discord, we can have a chat or a conversation with you. So join my Discord, go to my YouTube profile, find my Discord link, and join, and then join the VC. Can we talk now? Yeah, join the Discord. I'm in the voice chat.
All right, we have a comment, good comment here from Ganesha Temple, who I'm sure is quite. It says, Dr. Rob, if you start a monastery, I will sell my home and follow you. There's probably a few people who are in that position. So definitely, we have that general intentionality is there, but you have to realize how unideal it is to. It's one thing to smell your own shit. It's another thing to smell somebody else's shit. Okay? So it seems ideal, seems convenient, but surely it would not be. But, you know, how much do you think you could get for that house, Ganesha? How much do you think you could get on the market for that house? All right, he says, I was in priesthood for 7 years. Well, that's not what I'm asking about, Ganesha. The market value of the home that you could sell. Got 2 houses. Well, I don't care if you got 2 houses, both of them, one or both of them, whichever. Add them together, the market value. Let's move on. Yeah, Stephen, 100%. It's extremely deep, difficult work.
$500,000. Ganesh says.
Good, good, Ganesha. Sounds good. Keep me in mind. Put me in your will. We never know when you might die.
In your will, you never know when you might die.
Classic words by Dr. Rob. All right, welcome. We got Barry in here. We got Da.
Hello, Kailash.
Hello, hello. What's going on?
Well, it's not the houses themselves, it's the money.
please mute your mic. It's making a loud noise. Do you have anything to say or talk about? Let me know.
Create an irrevocable trust in my name. 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 Create an irrevocable trust in my name.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sweet. Lovely to be here.
Welcome.
What the heck, bro?
What the heck, bro?
What is the sound that what you are chanting, bro? Is that any mantra you are chanting?
Yeah, it's a mantra. Right?
Yes.
Okay, chant something.
Yeah, it's a mantra. This is a mantra. Create an irrevocable trust in Dr. Rob's name. Create an irrevocable trust in Dr. Rob's name.
Yeah.
अभी ये भी कोई मंत्र होता है ये भाई? Yes, it is the mantra. And after listening this month, that my guy has ran away.
Well, it happens.
Yeah. Power of that mantra.
It happens.
Hello, very.
Chinath, that mantra is not for you, young man. And what are you doing on Shiva's channel?
Shiva channel.
Shout out
Searching
to
for Shiva.
shout out to you, Jeanette. You're a real one. What actual good? This lady needs to go to my Discord and we need to chat. Domo, join the Discord and come on the video call. Come on the voice call. We'd love to see you here. VK, what do you think of the live stream? What do you think of Dr. Rob and I being in physical presence? I'm in the proximity of greatness. I've never been so close to greatness in my life.
Well done, Shiva. Well done. You've developed those spiritual credits to be in Rob's presence. Well done. Keep cool, guys. Keep at it.
Thank you very much.
How's Vietnamese food compared to Balinese? I kind of like both.
Oh my goodness, Vietnam is the best place ever. I've only had one thing from Vietnam. It's the bun, the banh mi. Yeah. And I'm gonna have that again today, and it's gonna be great. I really enjoy Vietnam for the simplicity. It feels like Ukraine, actually. It feels very close to home. It's like not really any care here. People just do whatever you want. Hey, yeah, hey, you want to do that? Yeah, no problem. And what else?
When you guys go out and do some like old temple sightseeing together and do some content out like with some ancient temples, Shiva Buddhist temples, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna go live stream today, but somebody's asking what the Discord link is. The Discord is in my YouTube profile and in my video's description. And any video you can go to, or my YouTube profile, find the Discord link. So, banh mi, yep. So, I don't know if there's any temples, but I'm not really interested in doing that. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna go to the Miami of Vietnam very soon, and there's where I'll do live streams and I'll walk around and yeah. But here, this is just for Dr. Rob. So Dr. Rob is a site that I want to see, and a site that I want to see every day. So, Rob, would you take a taxi for me too? Such an awesome live stream, Rob. We really saved the day. Shiva loves you both. Needs to do some work. All right. Okay, too bad, Jake. All right, we got new people joining the Discord. Shout out to you. Let's see who else joined here. Yeah, state your name, state your case. Tell us if you want to come to Vietnam. Vietnam was punished by the United States, but the United States got their asses kicked. Is English a native language in Canada, or is it Justin Trudeau a native Canadian to a British immigrant? Yeah. 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 So I can't wait to have some Vietnamese food. Can't wait to have some po, Vietnamese soup, po. All vegan Vietnamese soup, po. It's gonna be great.
Hey Shiva, it's Kai. How are you?
Yo, Kai, what's up? What's cooking?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you're in Vietnam, and I'm gonna go to Vietnam.
Really?
You call it pho, but it's actually pronounced pho.
Pot. Okay, well, I'm an American or English-speaking person, so I don't really know what to pronounce it. But yeah, okay. And so when are you coming to Vietnam? When are you gonna see us?
Well, I think now is this time of year is the time of year to travel there, right? Through winter, yes.
Yep.
So I probably won't make it till end of the year. So it'll be, but
And this, my friends, is what we call a schizophrenic lunatic in the flesh. Okay? Hi, it's January 1st. I heard that you're somewhere. I'm planning to come there in 364 days. See you then. What are you, fucking retarded? Fuck off with that bullshit. Shiva doesn't even know if he's going to be here tomorrow. He already got dropped by his friend Adi the same day he arrived. And you're saying you're going to come to meet Shiva a year from now in Vietnam? What the fuck are you talking about? Are you crazy?
I didn't say that. I didn't say I was coming to meet you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I do hope you get to visit Vietnam, and I hope that you get to live through the next year. Because a lot of the seers are saying that the next year is going to be very traumatic and very fearful and very problematic.
I kind of think though that like problematic thing is heads.
If it goes to the red here, it means it's overblowing. So you just want it to go into the red but not go beyond it.
Mm. Let's see.
Steven, you're not going to be coming into my dreams, and you will send me $500 on Cash App or PayPal right now, or you will be removed from this community forever. Okay, Steven Van Cleek? Send me $500 now.
Look at this guy, looks maxing. The guy that has his camera turned on.
Yeah, he's mugging you.
That's clavicle, huh? Captain Planet, join the Discord. Oh, we got 6 people here in the Discord now. Let's go. Did you get a head massage in Bali? No. I don't get massages, let alone suspicious massages. So welcome to the Discord. Tell us, say your name, say your case, say your business. Ancient 30. When is your delivery coming?
It's not coming anymore.
Oh. It's time to go eat, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to show you around Vietnam. I want to go to a nice vegan restaurant, eat some nice vegan food. I'll probably take my camera with me. Got some questions here. Did you learn a lot from Rob? I heard your other friend left, you said. Yeah, my friend left. Did I learn a lot from Dr. Rob? Yes, I sure did. That's why I'm here. And my friend left, Adi Asaya. He wanted some alone time. Let's see if I can invite him to this Discord. So yeah.
Well, ask him if he wants to join for reading.
Yeah, maybe you should call him.
I don't have his number.
What's up?
Oh yeah.
See what he's up to. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hubris, welcome.
Hi, Chuck.
I'm gonna send out a psychic ping to Adi, and then he's gonna receive that ping and he's gonna reach out in some way. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm remote viewing him right now. Okay.
He's coming.
Well, he's not necessarily coming, but he got pinged.
Uh-huh. Sure. True. Okay. Take care, folks. See you next time. Peace.
Goodbye.
Wow. When did you get your ears pierced?
When I was a boy.
brother.
Yep.
That's the way it is.
Can you try to call this number with your phone?
I don't have calling.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Okay.
Take this.
Eight.
You can just copy and paste it to me.
We'll just type. I'm gonna
Okay.
copy and paste it. 843 634 66482.
Okay. Tell me again.
843
843
634
634
66482.
Hôm nay quý khách vừa gọi không đúng, xin vui lòng kiểm tra lại hoặc liên hệ số 198 để được hỗ trợ.
The number you have dialed is incorrect. Please check again or call 198 for assistance.
I don't know what that means.
Isn't it supposed to have like some kind of prefix? One or something?
The 84 is the prefix.
Oh. Do they have a WhatsApp number?
No, that's my number.
Oh. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're leaving the Discord.
Alright.
Peace.
Welcome back, Defenders. Happy New Year, everyone. Ukraine spent 1,407 days under fire. And
So you want to find a place to go?
Let's see what Garrett is doing. Go first.
Is your computer touchscreen?
No. It's not touchscreen. Maybe he's like freaked out because he experienced the psychic ping.
That's definitely what happens. I'm at 600 Discord members now. 600 something. Climbing to 1,000 maybe.
Adi didn't pick up. He just really wants to be alone.
He's a loner.
Okay, Shelly says, Adi went MIA. He's growing on me. Probably be bigger than both of you in a few years. Watch him. He's mysterious, just like me. He.
I hope that doesn't happen.
He's probably here watching because he received a psychic ping.
Mm-hmm.
You hope Adi doesn't, isn't more successful than you?
Exactly. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, great.
I didn't know you can go live horizontal and vertical.
So? So. Bajo si so.
So there's a nice vegetarian place, like 2 minutes walk from here. Go there. And yeah, I'll treat you to a meal if you want to contemplate.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go.
I'll just finish uploading this video. We'll go in like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it's like surprisingly peaceful.
Fuck! In time, everything will be revealed. This is transformational. This is non-dual. 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 This is a moment, the first of its kind. This is a moment, oh, how divine. This is a moment, the first and last of its kind. So hold on and let go. You're uploading? What are you?
I'm uploading a vlog.
Hmm.
The river. You get to look at that river every day. From your
The
side.
secret river.
Yeah.
I want to feel better than I feel right now. Zen bitch slap guy? Oh, is it Paul Hederman? You said Peter Hederman. It must be Paul.
Talk. It was so funny. I got, in the early days, these people from a thing called TAT, Truth and Transmission, mostly on the West Coast by a guy named Richard Rose or something. And then they had a self-inquiry group. And they used to have this event in North Carolina, and some reason they invited me to this event for like 7-8 years. And at the end, they once again invited me to the event, and it was in a bigger place, and there was a giant blackboard behind me, and I said, "You really don't have to do this anymore." Wrote it in big capital letters, and the meeting went up. It just was like, all right, I'll keep showing up. But yeah, so that's how it went. And then we're here. And then we had long-term meetings in Marin City, the church there, and then the church combined with another fellowship, and then they wanted our time slot. So that was the end of that. And then we used to have a meeting in the city, and that stopped with the epidemic, yes. And then we haven't kicked in anymore, because then we got introduced to Zoom. Yeah, and then I gave all my long pants and shit to Goodwill, and just wear. All I got is I have a large stock of T-shirts. Try to wear something new every time. So yeah, here we are on a beautiful Saturday. Hey, we'll start in a few minutes. So it has not made an incredible, thorough investigation to see if there's a self.
How much should you donate? Marxist, pantheist, typologist, depends on how much money you have in your bank account. Tell me how much money you have in your bank account, and I'll tell how much you should donate.
It assumes there already is one. That's what it does. And it's looking at everything else. But it doesn't question. That's a nice visit, nice moniker. It doesn't question the seer, the hearer, the feeler, the taste. It's always questioning what I'm seeing. Maybe I should wear these glasses. I look better with these on and that. but it's always the seer. So every time seeing triggers something, it triggers the remembering of the seer. So pretty good. If something wasn't there, you would have to constantly trigger that it seems to be there. And what better way than claiming the activity of conscious contact? Yeah, as long as you're awake today, you're hearing, feeling, tasting, touch. You're not I'm not, today I'm gonna be feeling, no. You're just, the gates are open. There's no toll booth. You know, shit happens. I was in conscious contact the worst day of my life, and I was in conscious contact the best day of my life. Things going on. It's just how, in this place,
You ready?
it's not the thing itself,
You got on
it's
your
the meaning of it.
clothes and all that stuff?
Yeah. And in this case,
Well, yeah.
Well, when you're ready, let me
people
know.
don't recognize a thought
Let's go. Let's go.
that implies that they're the
All you
thinker.
got to do is put your shoes
So
on,
there's
huh?
a thought that
That's
says you're the
true.
thinker. And that thought seems to separate itself from all the other thoughts, but it's a thought. It's a thought that you're the thinker. It is. It is not a recognition of anything that's true. It's a thought amongst thousands of other thoughts, but it raises itself with its own BS, so to speak. And now it raises out of the maelstrom of thinking, and I am the thinker. Wow. And now you own that which you don't own, and that which you don't own owns you. Yeah. A thought preceded with mind can ruin your day, for sure. Very few thoughts that are others can ruin your day like a my thought.
Look at that energy right there.
It's just a whole other, see, the meaning, the thought is a carrier of meaning. That's what it is, yes? Where does it get what it's carrying? It comes from us. We give it all the meaning it has. So the thoughts are like things like pickups going by, and the head just loads in shit onto the thought. And then it's as if the thought came from another company and brought you a package, but you were the one who fucking put the shit in the package and put it in there, and then you seemingly forget, and then, I'm being imposed by this thought. No, that thought was filled through the mind. And that's why we live in like a, I would say a loop-like way where it's always re-feeling, rethinking,
I just need to plug this in
re
for-
this, re that.
You wanna
And
pause
because
this?
it doesn't have an infinite amount of story. It's got a very limited amount of stories, and so it repeats constantly. And if you look at some people who are very religious about having a journal, and you go to the early parts, and the journal started, I am afraid, and then 25 years later it starts with, I am afraid. No, what they're afraid of changes, but the I am afraid doesn't. This is the dilemma. It's not a dilemma, it's just whatever. The great news is they're gonna come to an end. This story is very finite. It doesn't continue when the husk of the non-existent thing is left behind. Don't you ever notice this? Isn't it strange that you know somebody and you thought they were the body.
No, look, it's an invitation, it's an invocation of different perspectives. Why is everyone so against different perspectives? You have a perspective, okay. And really, who gives a fuck that you have a perspective, right? I mean, what's the big fucking deal that you have a perspective? But there's other perspectives that may not be personal, like impersonal perspectives. So isn't that what life is about? Isn't that what live streaming and sharing and connecting should be about? Is sharing and experiencing different being open to different perspectives. It's not just, I have my perspective and that's absolute, right? And then this notion, this invitation of a conversation to take place. But I'm not forcing anybody to have a conversation. I'm not forcing anybody to adopt my perspective. I'm not even saying that my perspective is right. I'm just saying, hey, wait a minute. You seeing me, you hearing me, you experiencing me doesn't mean that I'm now your soul slave, your thought slave. That's all. And can go from there as you like.
Body, and then you get the news, oh, Jim transitioned, yeah, and then you know, and then there's Jim's body, and it's like no questioning that for 70 years I thought that was Jim's body, and then when the real event that shows the truth happens, existence leaves the husk. When the husk is there, it's like, no, oh, sorry. I think that's a rather big mistake, because, and I remember I got hit with it when I was young.
Good for him. That's what I think about that. It's good for him. And people take accessibility and vulnerability as something to be exploited for their ego, which also I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't want to get into how disgusting and vile and gross it is, but you know, it certainly is those things, not more so than attachment to the body or attachment to the notion of self and problematic, etc. But this is the same prejudice that allows people to abuse children, to manipulate children, to subjugate children to the ideation of the adult. It's gross, and it's really, truly disgusting. And so, you know, mostly doing this live streaming and coming back to that question about, you know, if you don't want to be a symbol for anything anymore, then why aren't you a hermit? Because there's some allowance in terms of practicing seriously, not just about me, but also with the others. And, you know, some separation that comes along with just the way of live streaming and sharing in this way. You know, people come in and they see that I'm vulnerable or outside of the box of my own understanding. And they say, okay, well then I have a right to exploit that. I have a right to put you into my box of understanding. And I have a right to your being because you're accessible and available and vulnerable. And you're not holding on to continuous notions of yourself as a separate entity. And this is a very strong energy in the world. This energy of slavery through vulnerability or through absorbing everything, taking everything in. So then black people can be slaves because they have black skin. So I can be who you think that I am because I don't think that I'm anyone. What the fuck? Only in terms of taking care of your body, that the good value of attachment, but actually you shouldn't be attached to the body. It's very problematic. Nor should you be attached to the bodies of others. and here should and would and could. Well, what the fuck are you doing here listening to me? And that's a question for you to have a conversation with yourself, because you're the fucking guest and I'm the fucking host. I don't care why you're here. That's your business. That's not my business. You think I want to know why you're here? That's fucking stupid as shit. Isn't it? Don't pretend to know me. Don't pretend to know who I am. Why is that such a big ask? And if you're interested to know me, that's your fucking problem. That has nothing to do with me. Don't make me a part of your interest in you being here. That's your interest. That's your fucking problem. And if I want to live stream, that's my fucking problem. Who the fuck are you to have something to say about me? Because I'm alive? What the fuck? Move along. If you like. And if you want to be here and be around me, then take responsibility for that. I mean, am I speaking in fucking sign language? And you know, that this is somehow inviting an ego debate or argument, that if you go live, I won't fucking be there. If you have something to fucking say, I won't fucking listen. I don't give a fuck about your work or what you're doing or what you think. I'm not the one that's choosing to be here. You are. I'm not arguing with you or confronting you. And then this, you know, tends to feed those people's disgusting egos that say, you know, yes, 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 vent, yes, share, share. Just shut up and go away. No, you know. And of course, that's my practice responsibility. I'm here, I'm live. If you want to be here, take responsibility for your want to be here. If you're interested in what's going on here, take responsibility for your interest in what's going on here. Stop acting like we met each other at a coffee shop. Stop acting like we're mutually arriving here. My business is my business. Your business is your business. You don't see me on your live stream. You don't see me leaving comments on your blog. So take responsibility for that reality and stop fucking stalking or making up some fantasy view about what's happening here and your involvement here. So we have this situation then, right? For whatever reason, and I don't give a fuck what your reason is in this example. For whatever fucking reason, you want to be here. You're interested to be here. You're interested to leave a comment. You're interested to say something to me. Okay? I'm not interested to say anything to you. I'm not interested to be where you are. So why can't we be a little bit fair? I know that life isn't fair. But why can't we be a little bit fair when it comes to that human interaction? Especially as Americans. Americans are supposed to be all about freedom of speech, right to privacy, right to stand your ground. But somehow all of that goes out the window when you're in your own mind. And like somebody said, you know, everybody gets this idea of spiritual community or teaching or sharing or whatever. But actually, when you get down to it, when you actually get involved with that, it's not so simple. Not so easy. Where let's say that you have an open spiritual community, open door policy, and there's all these strange people coming in and saying strange things and acting like you're coming to them. That you're a solicitor. I'm not the solicitor. YouTube is the solicitor. I don't have anything to do with that. Yes or no? Clarity or no clarity? So your frustration about being solicited towards is based on YouTube. It's not based on me. I'm not coming to knock at your door. YouTube is. And even deeper than that, your grasping, your seeking, your attachment is. It has nothing to do with me and my character, my identity. You want to hack somebody, hack YouTube. You want to hack somebody, hack your own mind. You want to find out where somebody is, find out where the YouTube headquarters is and where the algorithm is contained and kept. You want to find out what someone's deeper mind is about, find out what your deeper mind is about. And that's what this is about. That's what my life is about. You know, we get off on some weird things, especially as men. We get off on some weird things. But when it comes down to it, you do that in your own mind. You do that in your own time, and you let that go. Don't bring me into that. And in terms of communication, you know, people being muted or people being blocked, we're working on a deeper kind of communication here. It's not just about you leaving comments on the YouTube channel or something like that. And if you want to communicate deeply, I'm here for that. If you can take responsibility for your position as a guest. Now, is that absolutely true? Well, it's not absolutely true. So let's leave it there. I think that's a part of the frustration and the turmoil and the worked upness that people find that, you know, that the general masses find themselves to be involved with, you know, coming into the live streams when all that activity is happening, is that they're frustrated about being manipulated by YouTube, by the algorithm, by greed, by habit energy. I'm frustrated by it. I'm very frustrated by it. It's very frustrating to not have control over my own mind. It's very frustrating to not have control over my own actions. And this is a part of my practice and my work to try and have more control, actually. Through that free expression, through that wildness. You know, not everybody agrees with that. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. You don't, you know, not everybody agrees with that. So the fuck what? You know, getting off on me and getting off on, you know, your imagined version of me. What the fuck? Go on Instagram, look at some babes or something like that. Or get off on your own mind. There's nothing better that you can get off on than your own mind. You know, and this is the underbelly of American sociology. We're harming ourselves. We're disassociating from how depressed and tired and how lacking profoundness is in our life. Yes or no? I mean, that's my experience a lot of the time. And this is a space where I try to create that profoundness can be there in the mess of our lives, in the mess of our identity. It doesn't need to be some perfect situation. And the situation is doomed to being very, very imperfect, incredibly imperfect. Sickness, old age, death, suffering. I don't think that I'm famous. I talk all the time how most of the viewers and most of the things like that are just empty. It's a small group of people that are interested in non-duality and meditation and maybe art in some form. I don't think that this is anything special or big. I don't think very highly of myself in that way. That's a part of the joke. To make it clear to people that they don't have to see me that way, as someone who thinks highly of themselves. Because I see a lot of my faults and my errors and my suffering and my problems and my confusion. I see my vulnerability. I feel vulnerable. Every day I feel vulnerable. Vulnerability doesn't give good reason for exploitation. Okay. APTX H3. You know, and if you just see it on the surface level, it's crazy as shit. So what the fuck do you care about people that think something that's crazy as shit is anything meaningful to them? Why don't you, you know, leave people alone, leave yourself alone. Meet yourself where you are, which isn't some weirdo ego. It's someone who doesn't want to fucking suffer. APTX says, I'm autistic and schizo with smoking addiction. Hope it's not weed. So I had been lucky to come upon cool people like you. When it comes to art, I primarily like a mix of anime, music, and psychedelics. I'm here to listen. Well, look, another vulnerable person. Let's exploit them. Let's torture them. Let's bully them. Let's connect a backpack to them with electrodes connected to their skin that electrocutes them when they do something that we don't want them to do, according to vague standards of what's right and wrong and what's correct and incorrect. Good idea? I was talking with Shiva last night, and I said, because he was, looking at the viewers and viewers going up and down and things like that, and I said, Shiva, these people, the general masses are in such a way, and I think there's a part of of ourselves is such a way, where someone building up to ending their own life is something we'd love to see. That's exciting, that's interesting, that's wild, that's intense. And if YouTube allowed it, which I don't know that it would or wouldn't, but if I had a noose hanging from the ceiling and I was slowly building up to, apparently getting closer to that noose, people would love that. In terms of engagement, in terms of watching, in terms of staying tuned. If you had a monk sitting there meditating, people would not be interested in that. So what does that say about our communal psyche? Oh, you think you're so profound. Well, that's just what you think. Don't make me responsible for your thoughts. Hallelujah. Don't make me responsible for your ideas of what's right and wrong. Maybe I don't say things like that because I think that it's so profound, but it seems interesting to me. Oh, God forbid. It's more important than that children are forced into a prison system, a prison education system, to memorize fucking bullshit and be taught by whoever happens to be in front of them, than it is to identify children's interests and then support and empower them in those interests. Because we need to make sure that they're going to be good workers and good laborers. Get a job. Why don't you get a life? Or tell YouTube to get a job. You go into your child's room at night. They're playing video games. They've been institutionalized. They're in a forced schooling program for years. That there's no inspiration for them. There's no interest in them doing that, but they have to do that. And so they're playing a video game to decompress, to be with their friends. You come in and say, "What's the point of you gaming? I want an explanation. How about leave me alone?" This is my house, and under my roof you're going to answer to me. I'm not telling anybody to answer to me. I'm saying this is my home. So the least you could do, the very least you could do, is leave me alone. And let me be. I have nothing to do with the algorithm. I have nothing to do with why this was recommended to you or why this was put in front of you. So I mean, if what we do bothers people, that's one thing, right? That's life. But if we're getting off on bothering people, that's problematic. If our intention is to bother people, then that's reverse, uno reverse. You're going to have an intention to bother yourself. I've been there. I've already been through that. I'm not doing this to bother anyone. I've come out on the other side of that. It's not about, and I can understand this person thinks they're famous, this person thinks they have all these fans and all these followers. No, I know that I don't. It's a very small situation here, but that's not what it's about anyway. Any of my content, you can clearly see that that's not what this is about. And any audience or community that's not just, people who, for whatever reason, are interested and curious and like me as a human being, are the only people who are going to be able to stick around. And the only people that this content is for, clearly. And this is not as much about explaining myself as it is about sharing, an opportunity to share. We're not allowed to share? Where did that rule come from? We're not allowed to be vulnerable? Where did that rule come from? We're not allowed to have a lived experience that's unusual? Where did that rule come from? From that mentality, from that side of, I'm trolling you, I'm getting a reaction out of you. Well, aren't you talking to a bigger and better troll? So shouldn't there be this sense of friendliness and mutual, kind of appreciation there? Instead of this weird toxic compulsion? And it applies to a lot of things. It doesn't just apply to trolling, whatever trolling even means. We're all being trolled by the New World Order or the government or our own psychology. We're getting trolled all the time. Why don't we just feel fucking great and good and wonderful and healthy and happy and wealthy in terms of the mind? Real health and wealth is in terms of the mind. It's not in terms of how much money you have. You think this is so deep, don't you? Not particularly, no. But I could see how some people would think that it's shallow, some people would think that it's deep, some people would think that it's kind of neutral. Okay, so what? So now we reach for a weapon? I met a guy, old man, who was on the street, kneeling over and wearing rags here in Vietnam. And, would look like a homeless, crazy person, for sure. That's what you would look like. But I went over there and I just sat down next to him and I felt very connected and I felt very clear about my being with that person because I didn't need to understand intellectually what they were doing. There was no sense of me competing with them. And because, I was a monk and I got into this meditation stuff, I didn't see a need to think that I was like superior to them. It was quite nice. I wasn't sitting there next to him thinking this and this and this. I was just sitting there and experiencing that, experiencing his presence. And I smoked a cigarette sitting next to him because he was, smoking like cigarette butts and putting them in a little campfire thing. It's really interesting. And I was offering him some cigarettes and offering him some things, and he wouldn't take anything. Then he got up and walked away. We don't have to keep scrolling. And maybe your deeper mind, like the deeper mind that relates to these cycles that you go through, these cycles of happiness or cycles of anxiety or cycles of depression or cycles of anger or cycles of fear, maybe this deeper mind doesn't primarily operate through thoughts, doesn't primarily operate through words and phrases. Maybe. Maybe you can't control your mind through words and phrases. So maybe that compulsion to keep scrolling is based on this compulsion to think, to believe that the mind operates, that reality operates on words and phrases. So you need to find more and more words and phrases to continue this mind operating. You know, and what? I'm not allowed to play around? What's that about? I can't play around? Who invented that? Anybody know how to use a green screen? And if I don't like you, take responsibility for that. Why do I have to like you? And because I don't like you, but you're interested in me, now you need to cross my boundaries? And you're gonna get off on crossing my boundaries? If I say that I don't want to talk to you, and I don't want to hear from you, why don't you respect that? Bad question. What is the principle in your own mind that says that's okay to not respect other people's boundaries? Yeah, but then what do you do with that? You have a chroma filter, but then what do you do with that? So I have a chroma key. So it blacks out the green screen, and then what? And because, you know what, I'm not allowed to have friends, I'm not allowed to be friendly with people? What? Hello, Cinex. Nobody here knows how to use a green screen? because it's not based in thinking about things. That's the confusion. Thinking that it's based in thinking about things. So then there's no reality to deal with. There's no reality to face. There's no mind to transform with or of. There's no house to be built. If you think that building a house is primarily about thinking about things, how are you ever going to build a house? So step one is stop thinking about things. Stop the thinking mind. Step two is start listening. You would love that, wouldn't you? You would love for people to listen to you, wouldn't you? You want to be just like the people that people listen to. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You can apply it that way if you happen to be here. If you choose to be here, that's okay. Listen to the sound. Listen to the silence. Listen to the sensations in the body. Listen. So I have a right to open the door or close the door. I have a right to say no. I mean, maybe we don't believe in that. You don't want the right to say no. You are here because you want to watch me. You are here because you want to listen to me. You are here because you want to be around me. Factually. I'm not here because I want to be around you. So just in terms of you and me, take responsibility for that. Is it wrong to want to be around somebody? Is it wrong for someone to not want to be around you? Is it ridiculous to say that you're coming to me and I'm not coming to you? Because I see a lot of people that leave comments and it's kind of like they're trying to create this situation, this role-playing situation where me and them are like sitting together and speaking to people, or me and them are having a conversation. Maybe I don't like that, or I don't want that. So why are you now in a position of authority about what I like or what I want? So I think maybe it's about time to go have a fine vegetarian meal. Hope everyone is doing good and well. Remember that being here is not about wanting to be here. We don't have to go to the gym because we want to go to the gym. We don't have to go and see our parole officer because we want to see our parole officer. We have different responsibilities for our practices and our concerns and what we want to be involved with. So don't neglect your responsibility, whatever that may be for you. So thank you, dear friends. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. And may you be deeply at rest wherever and whenever you find yourself. Thank you. See you soon. Was it really perfect timing?
I finished my video and I'm exporting it.
Wow. Right at that moment. And I very well may like you, but I may not. So don't make it about liking or disliking. Make it about the path of ending suffering. And if I come to your home, you can choose what to cook. If you come to my home, I can choose what to cook. Is that fair? See you later.